Why, hello there. My name is Late Night Aiden, and I'm really feeling it right now. So let's get into the serious German ADFGVX code. All right. So let's talk about the origin of this code. So the code, the ADFGVX cipher, was created by Colonel Fritz Nebel, which is this lovely man. Look at him go. Anyway, so it was created and introduced in March of 1918. It was a modified version of a previous cipher that only had ADFGX, but with the inclusion of the V, which you can see right there, it allowed for the entire alphabet as well as the digits 0 through 9. And this opened up a lot of possibilities and made the cipher and code sending in general a lot easier. Now this code specifically was used more by field commanders who would use it to convey messages between each other. Now let's move on. So encryption and decryption. So you start off with a key square. And the key square can be whatever, it can be totally randomized. But for the purpose of this, we're going to be having this little neatly drawn out square. And I'll give you the bibliography on that because this is not mine, but it's very nice. Alright, and then next what you do is that you take each column and you label ADFGVX above it. And then you do that as well with the rows. And this allows you so that you're able to go by each row and figure out which letter you want. So if I wanted to go for M, that would be D, D. And the row goes first. I forgot to mention that. So if I wanted H, I'd have to say A, D. So you do that, and then you're able to do the first encryption on your message. So if you encrypt the word attack, it would appear as DG, XG, XG, DG, GV, and GD. And that's our little code bit. Now, you see, that would be very simple to crack, so what they decided to do is they decided to use a keyword as well. And the way that they use the keyword is, you take your keyword, you put it right up there at the top, and you take your message, and you write it beneath it. So, DG is A, XG, XG, 2 T's, and so forth. So you do that, and then you've got your next little process. Then, you rearrange your keyword by alphabetical order. So for German, A goes first, E, G, M, and R. And then you rearrange the columns that were associated with the letter accordingly. So X and G are now above each other as they were before, but you know they're in a different spot now. So now you have your full encryption. Alright, so now the code reads XG, GG, DD, GV, GD, and XG, and you're ready to send the message. So, how it was broken. Forgive me for this pronunciation. It's a French name. I've been trying to pronounce it correctly, but it's very difficult. So, Georges Pinvin was a French cryptanalyst who was assigned the ADFGVX cipher. And this is where it gets kind of crazy. He worked on it for about a month with his team, and during that period of time he got very ill, but he was able to figure it out and crack it due to large blocks of communication that all happened at the same time, which allowed for a lot more like comparisons and figuring out, oh, this is how the letters go together and so forth. So he broke the code in April of the same year, like a month later. It's ridiculous. Like, so Germany decided before, not with this. Side note. So they had brought together a council of cryptologists, and they wanted to find the best code. So they came up with the ADFGVX code, and they were just like, all right, cool, this is perfect. Nobody will be able to crack it. And it got cracked a month later. So, great job, Germany. And that move of being able to crack the code saved France from the German invasion in later spring. And yeah, so that's basically it. It's just kind of a simple code. So a couple of things. So where I got my example for the encrypting was from forgive me, Practical Cryptography and they have a lot of interesting stuff about cryptography as a whole. I'd suggest checking them out. And then I got some info from Wikipedia, and I know Wikipedia is not the best website, but there was a lot of information that I found in here that matched up with Wikipedia, so I took a lot of their stuff at face value as well. All right, thank you very much for your time. Good night.